Yes, good evening, good evening, good evening. You know the vibes, man. You're rocking out with the sauce. Um, Breaking news, man. I'm gonna start off with that, man. For those of y'all that are underneath a rock, social media is buzzing with that right now. That the Tiafimo Lopez fight has been rescheduled, canceled this weekend, man. Unfortunately, that is a tragic, man. Cause I was really looking forward to that fight, man. But I got something special in store for y'all tonight. Like I said, I took my time. We put our show together over here, man. We put our show together. When we put it together, we put it together. And today I put a little something together. I put a little something together. That's what was taking me so long because I wanted to get my supper in the oven first. So when I come on, I could, host my show, do my radio thing right now. But like I said, unfortunately, Tiafimo tested positive for COVID. That whole fight card is canceled. And I was really looking forward to watching Charles Conwell. For those of y'all that follow boxing, he is a rising prospect at 154, former Olympian, 2016 Olympian, undefeated. He is the guy that unfortunately Patrick Day, rest in peace to Patrick Day, met his demise fighting him. But he's he's the goods, man. I was looking forward to scouting him and seeing what growth and development he's been making because 154 is going to be cooking real soon in a second, real soon in a second, because it's going to be an undisputed champion, and from what I'm hearing, a lot of guys is going to have to fight one another, and that leads me to this. What I want to speak on, man, for all my fight fans out there. Hopefully, y'all been tuning in. Great documentary on Showtime, The Four Kings. Duran, Hagler, Hearns, and Leonard. Now, I say that to say this. You see what the topic was? All those guys right there was mixing it up. Some of them have multiple losses, but it still didn't take away from their greatness. Nowadays in boxing, we have so many undefeated fighters, scared to let they O go. And it's destroying boxing. We gotta see, somebody has to say it because the rest of the goofballs, they're not gonna say it, man, because they are mindless. They don't really got it together, man. They just want to follow the narratives and scared to speak the truth. Now here it is. Like I said, man, definitely check out that series, man. I believe it was part 2 this past Sunday. It's a 4-part series, man. Fire. But here these guys are, man. They was fighting one another, and they were all champions, great fighters, Hall of Famers, great fighters, right? Duran and Ray Leonard fought twice. They went 1-1. No mas the second fight. Hagler fought Duran. He fought Leonard. Hagler fought Hearns. Hearns, one of my favorite knockouts, put Roberto Duran to sleep. But are you guys catching the sauce? What I'm trying to tell you is these guys was mixing it up. And everybody wasn't winning. Some nights Hagler didn't have his way, like with Ray Leonard, and he said the judges robbed him. Hearns didn't have his way against Ray Leonard when he ran out of gas, but he was winning that fight. He also ran out of gas in one of the best 9 minutes of fighting with Hearns and Hagler. But at the end of the day, these new era boxers don't do that no more because they are afraid to lose. They are afraid to let their O go. Floyd Mayweather started something, and now he got all you fighters thinking that's the formula. No, that was his formula, TBE, right? That doesn't take away from his greatness. Like I said, there's too many undefeated fighters, man. It's too many undefeated fighters not fighting one another. You know, not fighting one another, man. It's just sad, man. That's why, you know what? Like, shout out to my man Scotty White. Like, I'm a big fan of the UFC right now, man. Because here it is, the UFC, you will have a guy with double-digit losses. He's still the man. He's still the man. He's still collecting big purses. He's still having big fights. Why can't we get that in boxing, man? Why can't we get that in boxing, man? Why can't we get that in boxing? They all, a lot of these matchmakers suck, man. It is what it is, Lord of the Rings. You're absolutely correct. A lot of them suck, man. I'm not high on the PBC either. The PBC sets up a lot of one-sided shellackings. You know, one-sided shellackings. You know, or one-sided shellackings, and then they wonder why when a guy, like I spoke on this yesterday, when a guy finally fights a formidable opponent, a dog, they get clipped. They get clipped. They get clipped, man. I seen it happen Saturday night, man. An undefeated fighter got handled by an old vet with losses, but he still was great. See, a lot of you guys, like, rest in peace, Roger Mayweather, y'all don't know shit about boxing. Y'all don't know shit, and it shows. It shows because the shit that you endorse and co-sign, like Rob just said, is bullshit, man. Like I seen a whole bunch of people getting on Keith Thurman for wanting to fight Earl Spence, and people co-signing Earl Spence not fighting him. But listen, I'm gonna say this, man. You gotta make it make sense. If Earl Spence is fighting everybody that Keith Thurman fought, why shouldn't he fight Keith Thurman? Like, let's make it make sense, people. Stop being fanboys. That's all it is. It's a lot of fanboy groupies, and they always co-sign the bullshit. The man is fighting. He fought Porter. He fought Danny Garcia. Now he's fighting Manny Pacquiao. We have to make it make sense. So him not fighting Keith Thurman wanting to fight him, that doesn't make sense when he's basically walking Keith Thurman's path. Like, come on, people. Let's be logical over here. Stop being that. It's too many people in their feelings wanting to be fans and groupies. Like, at the end of the day, you gotta call bullshit. But like we say over here, hey, what do I know? Well, he has to. That's a fact, Rob. Well, that's a fact, man. That's why, like I told you, boxing. I'm done with it, man. It's so watered down and weak to me, man. It's just crazy. That's why I had to bring up the Four Kings, man. The Four Kings was not moving like that, man. And these dudes want to call themselves kings and portrayers of this, but they're not fighting one another, man. They're not fighting one another. You know, and shout out to Jarrett Hurd. Yo, Jarrett Hurd got 2 losses, a former unified champion. He's being written off now. Like, yo, boxing got to do better, man. But yo, boxing got to do better. Here it is. If them knockdowns would have got scored, right? He lost a split decision to a Mayweather promotion fighter on a Mayweather card, right? But if them knockdowns would have got scored, we might be talking about him fighting the winner of Charlo and old boy. But here it is. He lost a split decision. Now he's washed up. Now he's no longer a factor. Like, come on, man. Boxing is goofy. And the people that push the narratives are even goofier. Truth be told, man. Truth be told. A former unified junior middleweight champion with 2 losses, a loss to another former unified champion, is washed up. Like, come on, make it make sense, man. Make it, we gotta make it make sense, man. All right, we gotta make it make sense. And I'm gonna say this too, since I'm in my zone right now. Hope y'all paying attention to what's going on. I hope y'all paying attention to what's going on. Jermell Charlo brought in, shout out to my man Guzman from Gleason's Gym to help him out in this camp, because he sees what's about to happen. You win the undisputed, and Earl Spence moves up. It's never personal. It's only business. I'm pretty sure he's gonna want one of them titles. Y'all gonna have to fight. So now we're gonna see who Coach James is gonna work whose corner. Pay attention. Is my sauce too heavy for y'all? Am I getting too deep for y'all? You know the vibes. It's showtime. Shy New, Shy Sizzle. But yeah, pay attention. Hopefully y'all paying attention to what's going on. Cause the writing is on the wall. The writing is all on the wall. You know? The writing is on the wall. And like I said, it's never personal, it's only business. It's business. Whoa, it's business. If he captures all the belts, they gotta fight. It's only right. They gotta fight. They gotta fight, man. They gotta fight, man. Facts, man. They gotta fight, man. And 147 will still be hot. Because you got the young lions in there right now. Breathing down next. Virgil Ortiz. Jerron Ennis. You know, the game is cooking, man. And the thing that I'm seeing with these young guys, shout out to Jihad Tucker, you know, they are gonna break that cycle. They're gonna break that cycle. Because we lost it, man. The generation that people say are in the forefront now, they didn't fight each other. They wasted prime years not fighting one another. And unfortunately, the young guys are beating down the doors now, man. And they're going to continue to beating down the doors. That's why this game is beautiful, because it's the circle of life. It's the circle of life. If you don't seize the moment will seize you. And that's what's happening, man. That is what's happening, man. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and just share my thoughts with that, man. You know, share my thoughts, man. Give my 2 cents, like I said. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? What do little old me know? Shout out to my man, Fitness Man Evans. You know, excellent talk today, man. You know, be on the lookout. Him and Jihad will be working together. One of the top strength and conditioning coaches in the game. Multiple fighters. You know, he just coming off of work in Swift Hurds camp. Regis Progress. The list goes on and on. He will be working with Jihad. And yes, I helped set that up. Yes, you know, like I said, I got to pat myself on the back, man. I do a lot, man. I told you, shout out to my man Music. He said I am the best boxing agent. The best boxing agent. But yeah, be on the lookout for that, because My guy Evans is a beast, man. And I probably will be pulling him up on the show soon, interviewing him again. If y'all don't know, man, he was a former standout track and field star, long jump specialist, competed against Carl Lewis, holds many records. Then he went on in bodybuilding. Now he trains fighters. Not one fighter, fighters, multiple fighters. You know? One of the top strength and conditioning coaches in the game, man. In the game. Yeah, in the game, man. But definitely, y'all, check out that series if y'all got time tonight. I believe you can go on demand. It's on demand. Phenomenal, man. The Kings, the Four Kings, phenomenal show, man. And then maybe if you watch that and you study, like Lord of the Rings will say, you do your notes, you will see how the game right now is a joke. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. And we're not getting the fights that we need to be getting. You know why? Because like I just said, the game is a joke. The greats don't fight the greats no more. And nor do they have to, because as the fans, as whatever you want to call yourself, a media member, a journalist, a blogger, you do not hold your favorite fighters accountable. You do not hold them accountable. And when somebody does hold them accountable, this is the new goofy line that they like to say. Oh, you capping. You hating. Oh, you mad. Nah, you mad that I'm styling on you. And the truth is the truth. Shout out to the Four Kings. Great documentary. Tap into it. Maybe you will see why I say what I say. Maybe you will see why I say what I say. You know? That's the era of boxing I grew up around. Those were the fighters that fighters from my family talked about. It is what it is. But like I like to say, hey, what do I know? I want to wish Teofimo a speedy recovery, man. You know, I know he just had a long training camp, man. That kind of like gotta suck, man. I think it was like 8-week training camp, man. And then to test positive for COVID, man. Now he got to do it all over again, man. That's why I said, man, some of these fighters sacrifice a lot, man. A lot. Now he has to wait, a month and a half? What was the date on that? August 14th? We're in June. Almost 2 months. Man. It is what it is, man. At the end of the day, you are rocking out with the source. You hear my email going off, man. I told you, I'll be multitasking. You heard? I really be multitasking. That's why I laugh at the goofball lames. You know? You gotta laugh at them, man. And thank God for all your blessings in life. Thank God for all your blessings in life. Popular shit James said, I think people don't want to be Roy Jones, but he's a great fact. They don't want to be, man, they don't want to lose their man. You know why they don't, and you know why commissions don't acknowledge or honor that, man. It's all about money. It's all about sanctioning fees. Here you have Manny Pacquiao, a prime example of that. Manny Pacquiao was stripped. They elevated Ugas to the super champion. But the moment Manny Pacquiao signed the contract to fight Earl Spence, he was elevated back to the super champion. Like, come on, man. Where they do that at, man? That's why I said boxing is very wicked. It's dirty, but it's been wicked and dirty forever. And when guys like me get on here and expose that, a lot of people can't handle it, man. They can't handle it. Oh, give it back to him. Facts, man. That's a fact, man. That's boxing for you, man. It's like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. Who is the bigger draw? Ugas or Manny Pacquiao? Who is the WBA gonna make more money off of fight night with the sanctioning fees and all that? Manny Pacquiao or Ugas? See, everything is always about the dollar. Everything is always about the dollar. That's why he was elevated back to the super champ. That's what they stand to make 3 times the amount they was gonna like. Ugas wasn't gonna bring him that much money. Sure, it would have been a pay-per-view fight, but who's gonna bring more money? Manny Pacquiao. So you goddamn right. They're gonna elevate him back to the super champ and make that a unification bout. You know? It is what it is, man. But I'm telling you, 154 is about to be real interesting. 154 is going to be the melting pot, man. Mark my word, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. Because 154, unlike 147, 154 is going to have an undisputed champion. 140 has an undisputed champion. 135 has an undisputed champion. But you got the people that like they don't want to give Teofimo his just due. But at the end of the day, Teofimo beat the man that had the straps. Yeah, he relinquished the WBC. Nah, he can't. That's a fact. That's a fact, Rob. He can't. He can't. And he knows that too. He knows that. You know. They used to have sparring wars. Word on the street is EJ used to handle him. He's too wild anyway. Well, he did like that. All that wild shit that he does, like how he got Tony Harrison out of there, that won't work with Spence. Spence will come behind that high guard and break him up with them body shots. That will not work. You know, that shit works against, fighters that have mental breakdowns. You know, like that's what Tony Harrison had in that fight. He had a mental lapse, and any coach, teacher will tell you, when you're in that math class, when that bell rings, that 3 minutes, you got to be focused. Focus. Because all it takes is one punch. All it takes is one punch to change your whole fight. To change your whole fight. Ralph said, word on the streets, you the word. But what do you know? Yeah, man. Like what facts, man? One punch and change your fight, man. One single punch. You see it all the time. And you see it more so with heavyweights. With heavyweights, man. Like, I'm going to give y'all a prime example, right? Yo, Wilder Fury, right? The first fight, when Wilder finally caught him, yo, it turned the whole fight around. Because, to be honest, Fury basically outboxed him the first fight, but he got caught with that shot and got flatlined. And instead of them honoring that it was a knockout, man, he didn't beat the count. They knew that he basically had a mental lapse. It happens. He got caught, got cleaned up, and really lost. He got knocked out. But we're gonna see what's gonna happen in this third fight, man. And the trilogy, man. That's a month away. You know, we get into that, man. Heavyweight boxing. Yo, it's crazy how quiet Anthony Joshua is, man. Does anybody know who he's fighting? Does anybody know who he's fighting? You don't even hear like you don't even hear that. Like he's just quiet right now, man. Cause he knows Wilder and Fury's a big fight, and that's a trilogy fight, man. So you gotta respect them for that. You gotta respect them for that. Wow, yo, Floyd Senior. Listen, that's a great point, Rob. Great point. I think he was at his best when he was working with Floyd Senior. But you know what? Too, it's no consistency. He just had Mickey Bay. Like there's no consistency with the trainers. Like Lord of the Rings could tell you this: a trainer, teacher, and a fighter. Granted, his father's his trainer, but a trainer, teacher, fighter, that takes time. You got to build a chemistry. But hey, like I said, what do I know? What do I know? What do I know? You know? That's why at the end of the day, people knock it, but sometimes father, teacher, trainers are the best combinations. As long as you bring in some outside help, because at the end of the day, like I see that right now with my guy, little Marley Tucker. Jamali Tucker's 11 years old. His brother just fought 4-0, 2 knockouts, signed to Jay Prince, top rank. Marley Tucker is going to be better than Jihad. Mark my word. Marley Tucker has a potential chance to be an Olympian if he doesn't turn pro at 16 or 17. That's why I call him $1 Million Marley. And you know who's been training him since birth? His father. And you know who he comes up underneath? His brother. So, like we like to say, right? Me and my guy Music, I always like to say, Jihad was the prototype. Marley's the blueprint. And it shows. Marley could fight. Marley's name rings out all over. All over. He was just in Vegas putting on a show. Putting on a spectacular show. Sparring at some of the top gyms out there. Against some of the top West Coast, California, Vegas fighters. See, that's experience you can't buy. You know? That's experience you can't buy. See, some of y'all are just some local jokers. Like when it comes to this fight business, this fight game, shout out to AJ said it, man. Anybody could be the man on their block. But you gotta go international, national with it to really test the waters to see how you swim. And that's what Marley Tucker's doing at 11 years old, man. 11 years old, man. The kid is the goods, man. The kid is the goods. You know? The kid phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. Yeah, worldwide with it. Worldwide, man. You know, he's gonna be a special one. Just keep your eye out for him. Jamali Tucker, aka $1 Million Marley. Listen, man, he's 11 years old, man. I could let the cat out the bag. He's already getting looks, man. He's already getting looks, man. He's already getting looks. Dude's just trying to sign him right now. Sign him right now. Fact, though. But hey, what do I know? Yes, as we move on, man. I'm gonna talk about the fights this weekend. You got Charlo defending his WBC middleweight title. Probably get a stoppage. You know, I don't really see dude testing him like that. But then I want to see what happens afterwards. Like, please, you're not getting Canelo. It's not going to happen. Maybe you fight David Benavidez. Maybe you fight Boo Boo Andres. That's a unification fight. You know? just have to wait and see. We just have to wait and see. But yes, man, shout out to my guy, see Rob, my guy Pop, a lot of shit, shared this in a lot of groups for me. Appreciate that, man. Love is love, sharing is caring. You know, I just love for the people to hear my voice, because at the end of the day, you see what I am doing. You see how we are marching. You see how we are moving. Like I said, I don't do this for views. I do this to educate. I do this to elevate. You know, I know God blessed me with a gift and many talents, and I'm just on here displaying a few of them. And we're gonna close on that, man. Once again, thank y'all for tapping in to the Source Showtime Shy News. You know, we're gonna keep jamming them out for you. I believe this was 147, 148. You know, we got something lined up for y'all tomorrow too. I gotta make a couple of phone calls, talk to a couple people, get a little intel, because it's odd that he caught the COVID, man. It's just sad, man. It's sad, man. It's sad, man. That was gonna be a big fight, man. Big fight, man. Pay-per-view fight for him. Mega payday. Yeah, nobody. You fight. You right, bro. Nobody's fighting Boo Boo, and the fans, the journalists, the media, the bloggers. They don't hold fighters accountable. They let champions, right? Even Canelo did this. Tried to say this, that nobody knows him. Yada yada yada. But here you have Charlo fighting the dude with 1,500 followers or something like that. But nobody knows Boo Boo. Like, come on, we gotta make it make sense, man. You know? Make it make sense. And that's what we over here trying to do. For the ones that's tapping in and receiving these gems, we making it make sense, man. Something that a lot of them not doing. That's a fact. We know what must be done, man. And all we do is win. And you seen that Saturday night, man. Jihad Tucker is definitely coming. He's getting better. He's getting stronger. And the skills, he told you, he has a lot of tools in the toolbox, man. A lot of tools, man. And now we are incorporating one of the top strength and conditioning coaches. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we working, man. Well, like I said, man, once again, salute to everybody that tapped in. Shout out Pop, a lot of shit, Rob James. Shout out to the teacher, Lord of the Rings, always dropping knowledge in the comments. And just, you know, everybody else, man, play this on the playback. Get you some gems. Tune into the Showtime documentary, The Kings, The Four Kings, and start holding these kings of this era accountable. You know the vibes. I holla.